Okay, so today we're going to be looking at fitting these Rallyflaps to my car, Fiesta Mark 8. Yeah, got the instructions from Rallyflaps. I bought these, they didn't pay me for this, so this is my honest opinion and we'll see how it goes. So, the first thing that comes to mind is that we're going to be fixing onto this area here, which is completely caked in mud because I live up a muddy driveway, hence the need for mud flaps. So yeah, I'm going to go get these areas cleaned. Okay, so here, nice and clean now, relatively clean. This fixing's got to come out. These two plastic fixings have got to come out. Just twist them like that. And then like that. I haven't got my toolkit with me today, but I have got my impact driver with a Torx. So there we go. Okay, so we've got the mud flap here. Top two holes use these plastic fixings, and the bottom two use screws. The one thing to remember is the logo has to face away, so you have to put the fixings through from the other side. It's a bit difficult doing this single-handed, but like that. Okay, so got those two in. I'm just going to line them up with these two holes. One there, and you'll feel it pop, and one there. Right, the next thing to do is those two holes down there. In the kit there are two stainless steel screws per side for the front, and we need to use the longer of the ones here for the screw hole that's closest to us. Remember to put little plastic caps on before you screw them in. Okay, so I've got that in. Hopefully there you go, you can see it once I put my hand in the sun. Screwdriver, and just do it up. It's gonna feel really mushy. Okay, so I've pushed those two in completely, and I've secured that one. It still feels a bit mushy, but I'm gonna leave it be. I've tightened that screw up a bit more and put the little plastic cap on. Okay, so this piece, the screw goes through the flap, through the black spacer and just into the plastic wheel liner. So I've just put that in, cap on there, and if you look down there you can see the space has been installed. Now, having done this now, I think it would have been easier to take the wheel off. It's done now, and you can do it with the wheel just on hard lock, but yeah, that's my advice if you were to do this yourself when you can, is take the wheel off. And there we go. I'm quite pleased actually. And at least the front side done. So, onto the back now. Brake bar with sockets. Easy. Stick the jack under the car, make sure you get the right jacking point, don't want to destroy your bodywork. The smart man would use wood between the jack and the car, but I don't have wood, I have cardboard. Don't jack it up any more than necessary, really. If you're lucky, the wheel will come off. If not, you're going to need to use a hammer. Hammer time. When doing this, it's a good idea to knock outwards, away from the vehicle, not inwards, otherwise you might knock the car off the stand. what I've done is just shove the wheel under the body. It's not fully under, but it'll do its job if the jack fails. And here's the inside. Pretty grim. That's what you get for years and years of living up a muddy driveway. So, the first part, there are two fixings, there and there. Okay, there's the right way and the wrong way to do this. These are like normal fasteners, normal plastic fasteners, so you can get a screwdriver or a trim clip underneath them and loosen the bit across the top. I don't know how well that's coming out on camera. And I'm going to use the complete wrong tool for this, which is a pair of wire strippers, and very gently just pull the clip out like that. Easy. It doesn't really matter if you destroy these clips because they you don't reuse them. There's the other one. The next not so fun part. The bumper has two fixing holes which we've just removed clips from that hold the little, what the hell do you call this thing, under wheel carpet in position. Once you've removed those, it's actually quite flexible. You can peel it back and have a look. See, those are the bumper mounting points. So from our little box of bits, we've got two washers, and that's a M6 and an eye-lock, and we're going to use two sets of these to secure the bracket in position, and the bracket is what holds the flap here. This is the bracket which we're going to bend. We bend it across the semi-laser cut marks, whatever they are. Make sure to bend it the right way. I've done the other side already, so I just have to bend it in the opposite way. The instructions are quite good about this, so have a quick read. And yeah. Okay, so I've bent this into shape. If I'd been wise, I would have done this at work, or have access to a decent vice. But here I've just bent it with my hands. It's it'll do the job. I mean, it could be more precise, but it's only holding a mud flap in place. Okay, so how this goes, this piece fits in there against those two mounting points. Something a bit like that. And the trick is that this carpet has to cover the holes. So you have to do a bit of jiggery pokery to get it in. It's a bit difficult to get your hand on the other side of this to do the threaded, to put the nuts in place. But it can be done because all this area here is open. You can shove your hand up inside. It's not too much of a problem. If you're feeling particularly adventurous, I suppose you could pop out the rear fog light or the reflector. But I'm gonna see how easy it is to do it the way the documentation says. There's the fog light there. Oh my god, look at all the mud. You're gonna need these two pieces together in your hands. Put the bracket behind. I found the best way to do this is to put the bracket behind roughly where it's gonna go. Shove the wheel carpet lining, whatever the f it's called, there, and line up holes between the wheel carpet and the metal spacer, and then do a little bit of searching for the hole that goes through the bumper plastic. This can take some time. This can be made a bit easier by putting a hex, or getting a hex screwdriver of the right type, and using a bit of a moment about the point. There we go. So I'm pretty sure that's in position now. You just felt it click. So that's in the actually in the plastic, and it's not just fallen by the side. Get my assembly in my hand very carefully. Try and put it on. There it is. and that's one in place. Let's do the other one. Repeat again. Let's find the hole in the carpets, hole in the brackets. Okay, that's also gone through the plastic, which is that's a nice change. The next thing to do is get a spanner and the right socket. Stick that behind here and do up the nuts. And there we go. That's the hardest bit done. Using selfie cam, we can see that we have to get these are on the other side. So now the relatively easy part starts. You've got 4 of these, and the washer and the nut, the plastic, and they've got to go through these 4 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. This one is for a screw. Ignore that for the moment. And they've got to go here. Easy-ish. Okay, so my battery's died and you've lost the half-hour ramble involved. But what we've just lost is the easy part. So use your plastic nuts and bolts and attach to the metal frame. The way I found to do this easiest is to just put a socket and a screwdriver in a hand and just do them up like that. Not super tight, mind you, because it is just plastic, but you know, this one up here. Now, there's nothing to screw this into, it's just a carpet. So this bit, all you need is a stainless steel screw and a spacer, and just peel it back. You put the screw through it. I might use the impact driver for this. It's going, and washer, and yeah. Mind you, the angle you do this will affect how the thing goes at the bottom, so you might want to redo this a few times. That's it. Little cap. One behind it doesn't look too bad, actually. Yeah. So, time to put the wheel back on. Just going to use the breaker bar to nip and back up again. But yeah, very carefully. Got my torque wrench set to the right torque for this car, which I'll put on the screen. I think it's about 135 Newton meters. And there we go. One thing to remember is to always relieve the pressure off your torque wrench when you're done with it. Just outside in the miserable weather, it's raining at the minute, but I thought I'd update you on these. I've had these on for a few hundred miles now, and yeah, they're really working a treat. I'm quite happy. Well, mostly working a treat. So yeah, if you're in the market for some mud flaps, this is how you install them. Wasn't too difficult. Thank you for watching, and have a look at my other YouTube videos if you're interested in content like this.